Alright guys, today's going to be a little video on the work I've been doing to my car regarding my train horns. So the first thing I did was actually mount them under my spare tire compartment. You can see up under here I have made a little bracket out of aluminum and the horns bolt to it with little mounting brackets. And the whole bracket is mounted to the spare tire compartment with this stainless steel bolt. You can see where it kind of goes through in there, and I'll show the inside of that in a second. And all this orange cord is just there for safety because this is the first stages of my horn mounting, and I want to make sure if for some reason it falls off, there's a little bit of added support. So that's just what it looks like underneath the car. And now I'm going to show you what's inside the car that makes them work. Alright, so the whole air system is contained inside the trunk. Here's my scuba tank. I added a couple of feet to it to keep it stable around turns because it was rolling around. So that took care of that. Over here is the valve. It's just a ball valve, but I made a new handle for it. So over here you can see the rubber band that pulls it back after it's opened, and this fishing line that goes around this aluminum pulley is what opens the valve. So you can see how it works right there. That line runs up around that fitting and in that pipe to keep it running smooth, and then up into the cab. So over here is just a hose barb, and off that is a hose that runs to the horns underneath this cover. Alright, so here's what it looks like on the inside. There's that little pipe that comes out from the trunk. The fishing line runs up to that little hanger right there, and then up to the front, and it just ties onto that mirror right there. So to do them, you just pull this down or pull it forward, and that opens the valve in the back. Alright, now I'm just going to take this cover off to show you what it looks like underneath with the mounting and the air hose. Alright, so as you can see now, I had to take apart the whole air system to get into the spare tire compartment. But that's okay because I was going to do that anyway, which I'll explain in a minute. So anyway, taking this little cap off, we can remove the cover. You can see under here, I'll just take this jack out. And there is where the hose goes. Right there, it's clamped on that hose barb. And that is where the bracket mounting bolt comes in. Got a little nut and washer on there to hold it in. So that's what it looks like underneath the spare tire compartment. So I'm not actually going to blow the horns in this video, and the reason for that is because the valve that's on the tank right now isn't big enough to let enough air to the horns, which is why I was going to take it apart and rebuild it anyway. So what I'm going to have to do is go back to that 1/4 inch ball valve that I was using before I put it in the car, and that way I'll deliver the valves enough, or the horns enough air to be loud enough, or as loud as they were before. The whole reason I switched to this ball valve is because it's way easier than my other one to open and close, so it allowed me to use a simpler system, but in the end it didn't deliver enough air to the horns. So I'm going to have to go back to my 1/4 inch ball valve, and the way I'm going to do that is by beefing up the system a lot. I'm going to have to add a bigger spring and a stronger actuation system that I can use from the cab and the driver's seat in order to blow the horns, because I want the system to last a long time. And as you could probably tell, this little ghetto pulley and a rubber band aren't exactly cutting it with this valve. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work, but hopefully it'll pay off in the end. So that's all I have for now, but pretty soon I should get that other valve up and running. So within a couple days I'll probably upload another video showing the progress, and within a week the whole thing should probably be finished. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be pretty awesome. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for the next video to see what I've done. And thanks for watching.